Mm, 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 mm. Let me get all the shimmy shakes out. All right. Okay. So we're here again. We're back and we're here again. And I know y'all been asking me about the send off. So here we are. All right. Damn, 2 weeks. That's a long time. Y'all are patient. I love that for y'all. All right. So I'm actually glad that I got to redo this video because it was so much shit on the other one that I didn't get to talk about. I get to talk about now. All right. So the send off. Like we all know, I myself did not have a good time at my daughter's prom send off. It was the worst experience ever in my life. Yes, it was bad. It was so bad. Why? Because I was doing a billion things at once. I didn't have enough help like how I wanted to, and it didn't go how I was envisioning it in my head. So, first and foremost, that day alone, that Thursday and that day was very overwhelming. I was overly stimulated. I was so overly stimulated that let me just say this: for me to be how I was, with so much stuff going on, I'm very proud of myself. Pats on the back to me because when I say it was multiple moments where I could have maxed out and I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I learned how to keep my cool, my composure, and I was just trying to let the day go by. But I was like, I'm gonna wait till the next day to address a lot of stuff, which I did. Which I did. And y'all probably like, girl, why your face so shiny? I got my big camera lights in front of me. I got the light above me. Need some good light. Don't pay attention to the face. But yeah, it was a lot. I was overly stimulated and it was just a lot going on. All right, so let's start from Thursday. Now keep in mind, Thursday I'm in here, I'm doing stuff. Now also like during the week, I was also recording stuff as I went along. The only reason why I didn't get to post it because I was going to like do it all like as one video. So I was actually supposed to have recorded us setting up for the send off. Didn't get to do that because, like I said, I was overly stimulated. It was so much going on. That wasn't even up here. Took my equipment with me, but it was just out of sight, out of mind at that point because I was just over it. We was in here, me and my niece, and shout outs to my niece Shania. She helped me out with a lot of things for the send off. Um, we were in here blowing up balloons till about 3 in the morning, making these boards. So it's these boards, and give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get a board so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Okay, and as y'all can see in the back, this is a board. One of the boards we had to make. We had to make two of these, y'all, and these are really big boards that we had to make. That was also a lot as well. We were going through a lot of technical difficulties with that. It was so much shit with that. I was like literally like, y'all see when the nose flared, that means it's a lot going on. But yeah, we had to make this one for Amaya. We had to make one for her date. We had to get two for him because the first one that we had, it wasn't adhesive. We had to, and the picture looked very pixelated. We didn't like it, so we went back and ordered them again. Now let me just say this: if anybody is trying to do arts and crafts with anything, any event that they are trying to do, especially when it comes down to making this, like you're gonna need help, and it's gonna be a lot. So with the board, let me say this: the board alone was $23, very cheap, very easy to do. You could do this from off of Canva and then go to what's that beautiful place called Home Depot, buy y'all a big foam board, um, real big board, you put your banner on it. Yeah, copy paste, whatever that. Um, it was a lot. It was crazy because like the first picture that we had of her dates, his picture wasn't adhesive. It was just the regular one where you stick the pins through and it just, it was just a banner. We bought him one that had the adhesive, worked perfectly. When we got to hers, We ain't have it. It wasn't nothing sticker. Shania was peeling, and I was like, "Don't peel no more," because I think that's a regular banner. And I had to use my handy dandy Glorilla glue to glue this down to this board. Now let me say this: trying to bring them boards back home was probably the worst part of it all because for one, the wind was blowing that whole week of my daughter's during the send off or before the send off. It was so windy here that like I was like, oh my god, we might have to convert this to the inside, not outside. And meaning when it's on the inside, meaning you got more shit you got to put together. And I was not trying to do that to myself. Like literally, like keep in mind on Thursday, it was so many technical difficulties. My photographer had canceled on me at the last minute. We're gonna get into that too. I was so pissed. I was just like real devastated. I literally was in here practically about to fucking cry. It was so much going on. And thank God for my niece for being here with me because she kept me grounded. She really did. That motivational little pep. So, hey, bitch, don't fucking cry. You got this, bitch. I was like, I need that. She got auntie. Cause I fucking needed it. I swear to God. So keep in mind, I ain't even get to smoke. Girl, I was a billion and two. Okay, but thank God she was there to keep me grounded or whatever the case may be. Um, then my brother was doing a lot. My big brother, he was doing a lot. He was overly stimulating me. Um, his energy was something that I really honestly didn't need at the time because keep in mind I'm planning something. So for you to be trying to be an ass or whatever, rude to me or vindictive, whatever reason, whatever, I didn't need it at the time. And if I politely say, like, please respect my space, please do so. Don't keep thinking that you could just take it upon yourself to keep trying to. If I'm being respectful, saying, please respect my space. Because if I go from this to this, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like me being here. So don't do that. Respectfully. Um, that was going on. So keep in mind my photographer canceled and I'm just like in a panic mode because I'm like, yo, I'm trying to set this up, make sure my daughter's straight, and I have to play photographer too. And I honestly was overly like over it because I'm not a professional photographer. I do not take professional pictures of anybody. My camera is for me and my own personal use when I use it for my photo shoots and stuff like that. When I want to record vlogs and stuff like that. So that's what my camera is for. That's why um I really don't be taking pictures and stuff like that. Cause soon as I do something, oh yeah, you do. No, I don't. I work for me. Period. You want to buy some clothes from me? I got you. You need me to make something for you? I got you. You need me to dress you? I got you. But anything outside of them three things is a no go because you would not get me to do it. I would look at you like you're dumb. But anyway, um, that's that was a lot. So now we're getting to the day of and like I'm just like woosah, gotta get up, gotta try to get stuff done, get things done early out the way. Okay, so um we're setting up. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Me and my niece had to do a lot of running back and forth up from my house up and back. We had to make literally 3 trips because most of the stuff would fit in my mom's van all at once. So we had to come up here, take certain stuff down there, then come back, get the balloons. Keep in mind we had balloon garlands. And we were sitting here blowing them fucking balloons up. Had to use some of my good trash bags to bag that shit up too. Bag that stuff up, put it in the car, take it down there. Then we had to come back up here because the boards wouldn't fit in the car. So of course, me and my niece had to carry that shit down the damn street. And it was like, oh my fucking God, like what the fuck could go wrong? It was just so much. All right, so keep in mind, we setting up. We try and get some stuff done. And my daughter, her date, his mom and her date will come. And keep in mind, um, we had some helpers. Now I will say this, I'm not gonna discredit her prom date's sister, and I don't know if that was his cousin. I don't know who that other girl was, but they were awesome. They helped. Um I feel like it was just a bunch of miscommunication going on because keep in mind we had already had blew up balloons for the balloon garland. The reason why I bought two was so like the excess balloons can be used for the event if we wanted to blow up another garland or something like that. We had more balloons, more stuff to be done. So keep in mind, I don't know how to do a balloon garland. I don't fuck around and find out with those things. For starters, I got PTSD. I do not like the boom pop sounds. Hell no. I had two near death experiences. That's why I don't fucking deal with that shit. So the plan was to we're gonna blow the balloons up. Once we get there, we tell them what to do. They can do it all that cool. So um I get outside and the wind is blowing. I'm trying to get my backdrop to stand up. It's not trying to stand up. Keep falling. We going through a lot of technical difficulties. So keep in mind, first off, we had got to stand up the first time. We get to stand up. Me and my niece had to leave to go come and get the boards, go back down. My son called like, "Mom, it didn't stand up." We like, "What?" "Mom, it didn't stand." "What do you mean?" "Ma, it fell." "What do you mean it fell? Like, did you knock it over? What happened?" He like, "I think the wind was blowing and it just knocked it over." I'm like, "All right, cool. We'll come back to that. Don't even worry about it." Because he was like, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to figure out like what I need to do to try to pick it up. So I get down there, I'm like, don't touch anything. Let's figure it out. So the photographer. Okay, so my nephew, he canceled, right? So I did have to book another photographer. Let me say this. I was not pleased and happy about that because I don't know that many photographers in DC. That's why a lot of the reasons why I don't do a lot of my photo shoots and things don't get done because I don't really know anybody, and I'm gonna be real honest. Like I don't really trust too many people. So like my nephew is probably like the only person I know who I trust that can take some pictures. And for me personally, I see my nephew's work ethic like he can control a crowd. So keep in mind we had to send off, we have another photographer. We're trying to set stuff up. We got the backdrop falling left and right. I got somebody, we had a shimmer wall. A shimmer wall. So I have this shimmer wall and we are trying to figure out how to get the backdrop from standing. We trying to keep the curtains from blowing because the wind is blowing. Um, and how we gonna get this shimmer wall up on this thing? I had to do a lot of brilliant thinking. Like, all right, so like we had to like pretty much push the backdrop stand up against like a lamp pole that was outside. I had to take zip ties and like tie the shimmer wall to the backdrop and like take the backdrop and like attach it to the pole by using zip ties. Yeah, we was using zip ties. I was like, this got to stand up some type of way somehow. So the photographer that was there, he helped. He was trying to maneuver like the curtain to cover up. Like we had to use weights, y'all. We had to use workout weights to weigh down on the backdrop stand because my backdrop stand used to come with these bags, two bags where you could put like heavy stuff into it to kind of hold it down for some weight. But y'all, the backdrop stand was not having it that day, honey. No, it wasn't. Backdrop stand was like, a boop, nope, bitch, fall. I was like, oh my God. Like it was stressing me out so bad. Now keep in mind, we trying to do all of this and I need help. Time is going by. My niece had to leave because somebody had to go pick up her corsage and her the corsage and the thing that you put on the guy's lapel jacket. So she had to go pick up that. Keep in mind, those people close at 5 o'clock. And it is 4:30. It's 4:30. They calling me. They're like, hey, is someone gonna come pick it up? We'll stay open a little bit longer. She need a little time. Come get this thing. I'm like, okay, cool. So my niece leaves. I'm still outside trying to set up. It's me, the photographer, my nephew. I mean, not my nephew, damn, my son, my cousin, one of his friends. And keep in mind, my cousin, he know me so well. My cousin Keyshawn, he knew I was here, but I love the fact that people in my circle are really mindful of me and how I am, and I really appreciate that. So we kind of piggyback off of each other. That's what we do. Um, and they were trying their best to help me. Now, where we had went wrong was I had this like reflector thing on the that I had brought from off Amazon. It's used for like photo shoots, and you supposed to like roll it out, put it on the ground. Keep in mind, y'all, that kept rolling when just doing this wind. I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm just panicking at this point. I'm trying to get this stuff together. I got my niece trying, my niece is gone. So like as we're trying to set up all of this stuff, her date, his mom comes. So like her date, he comes out, he's like, hey, you guys need some help, you guys need some help. And first thought came to mind was, no, I don't want you helping because you are supposed to be getting ready. That's what your goal is for today. It's not to be helping, setting up, doing nothing. You are supposed to be thinking about getting yourself ready, getting yourself fly, because you about to go to prom. And I really appreciate her date. He was very sweet, very kind. But then it was his mama that peed me off. Now keep in mind it's 4:30, time is going by, and keep in mind this send off is starting at 6 o'clock. I don't have a Maya. I'm not even dressed, and we are still setting up. My niece is picking up the corsage. So it's like we are pressing the issue for time. So we was having more technical difficulties because so the day before um his mom had texted me and was like, hey, is everybody is makeup artist or Amaya getting ready at your house? Now keep in mind that was already in my head, like Amaya gonna get dressed here, she gonna get ready here, because every mom want that full blown prom experience. They want to watch their daughters and sons get dressed, get ready, whatever the case may be, before time comes down to it. That was my goal. So she called and she was like, hey, is the makeup artist gonna be coming at your house? Because at the time, disclaimer, literally a month before prom, her date had ended up getting into a little accident, and he kind of had like a little humps and bumps and bruises, a little bit of bruise on his face, nothing too bad. Um, because when he had came down to when he was at the center, like when we were setting up, me not paying attention, I honestly couldn't tell like what was wrong. They was like, he had a big knot on his head. All I saw was like a scar right here. Just like he looked like he was fine to me, And they were like, oh, he needed makeup on his face. So she was like, she had spoke to Amaya, and they were talking about the makeup artist. So I called my daughter. I'm like, yeah, hey, because now in my head I'm thinking everybody is coming here to get dressed and get ready, makeup, everybody. No, like what's going on? So Amaya's makeup artist decides at the, oh, I don't want to do it there, I want to do it here, like just was doing too much flip-flopping, and that shit was really pissing me off, because it was like she was going to do Amaya's makeup at her house, and then she was going to come here and do Amaya's date makeup, and I was like, none of that made any type of sense, because why she couldn't get her makeup done here, you know what I'm saying, if he getting his makeup done here. So keep in mind, that's the last thing that I heard of the conversation. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Now keep in mind, that's going on. Amaya comes calling me. I want to say probably like if probably like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 12. Mom, she ain't gonna be able to do my makeup, but my aunt found somebody else to do my makeup, so we on our way to her. Great, great, do that. So now I'm confused on who's doing makeup for whoever else was going on. I'm just there. Now keep in mind, as we are setting up, his mom and her date come. So I'm up there, standing on this concrete thing, hot, I'm sweaty, haven't washed my ass yet because I'm too busy trying to get this shit together. I hear his mom voice. And I'm like, oh, great. Ooh, that for me, it felt like a sigh of relief. When I looked down to see her face, and keep in mind, it's going on. This is 4:30. 4:30, damn near 5 o'clock. She come with her face beat to the guards like it was her prom send off. Drop mic. I'm standing there and I got my arms up and I'm just like, and I'm livid because I'm like, you telling me that we couldn't come up here at an earlier time to do all this because you had to go. I thought the makeup was for the, but it was for you. When I say beat to the guards, oh baby, she was she was ready. I looked like a crunch ball. I looked like a real life crunch bag. Like how bad it was. This is my version of a beat face. This is my beat face. As y'all can see, there's no foundation. I don't wear foundation. I don't do concealer. I don't do none of that extra ass shit on my face. You get some eyeliner, you get some mascara, you get some blush, get some highlight here, 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 and here. That's it. And clear gloss. That's it. Like the only time I will do a full beat face is if I'm doing a photo shoot or if I'm going to something like really fancy that's requiring me to pull out the box. I will do that. But this was a send off. So in my head, I'm like, this is some slight shit. I'm not even about to try to get too cute for it because you know what I'm saying? This is about my baby. And that's how I ran with the day. Like, I didn't want to text Amaya. I didn't want to overwhelm her or anything like that. I didn't want to worry Amaya. I let Amaya have her own version of the day. Despite all that was going on my end, I was making sure in my everything in my power that I don't disturb my baby in no type of way, shape, or form because I want her to have a great day. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm fucking over it. So like her his grandmother was there. Her date's mom. Grandmother was there. Mom was there, something like that. And she comes outside and she's like, oh, you guys finished setting up? No, we're not. What else y'all need done? Well, we got a balloon garland and I honestly don't know how to do. Oh, my daughter know how to do that. She's really good at making balloon garlands. Keep in mind, you guys, the whole entire time from the time that me and this lady had first met to come and see where we were having the send off at up until like literally like to a couple days before it was, oh, I'm not that creative. I'm not that creative. And she was sending me pictures of like her daughter's send off. And I'm just like confused. Like, so did you do this? Who did what? She was like, oh, I had somebody to pay for it to do this, the setup, all this stuff. So when the mother said something about her doing a balloon garland and she did it at her daughter's send off, I was just like, oh my God. So keep in mind, we had spent the night before blowing up balloons for this balloon garland. Now keep in mind, this balloon garland was supposed to be in a certain type of way. Mm-mm. Girl, that lady took some string, did whatever she did, and made a garland. At that point, I was just like, fuck it. Like, it was big extra balloons that came with it and all that stuff. I was just like, what the fuck? Just was like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. Let me hurry up and get my ass up the street because now by then it's like 5:30 and Amaya's supposed to be on her way. This send off starts at 6 and it's 5:30. So keep in mind, me and my niece ain't dressed. Shania just got back down there from racing all the way up McPherson Square to go get Corsage, just coming back running around. All right, bet. So I tell her date's mom, like, hey, I'm about to run up the street so we could start getting ready and going and Amaya's on her way to me. Okay, cool. So like we are on our way up here and girl, y'all, I'm sorry. I was just like I was so I was so overly stimulated that y'all. I literally was about like I started breaking down the crown and I was like, no, bitch. Don't you fucking do that. We're here. We're gonna get through this. I'm like, okay, bitch. Cause I don't know how much more of this I can take. And the only reason why I'm crying is because I'm the type, if I get really, really mad and I can't do what the fuck I want to do or max out or get that energy off, I'ma cry. I'ma cry. I'ma cry because I need that. I want that. You know what I'm saying? So the form of self-control, it was really overwhelming because I'm trying to not let this day be bad. So like, cool. All right, bet. So like we get up here and like me and my niece already like, who's getting in the shower first? She's like, you get in. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm in the shower. I'm in that shower, y'all, and I'm going off. I'm in there and I'm pissed. I'm just raging. My niece go knocks on the door. Talking about something. I'm gonna need you to calm it down. Amaya's on her way in the house. So I'm like, all right, bet. Cause Amaya like, now keep in mind, Amaya had to get ready here because her shoes was here. Her shoes was here. Her purse was with her. Her dress was with her. So Amaya needed assistance getting ready. So Maya gets here. It's just me, her, and my niece. Her grandmother had ran to go pick up her aunt from work, and then they were coming here, and we was going to continue to get ready. The great part about that moment was seeing her grandmother and her aunt really, really put me at ease. Cause keep in mind, me and my niece was running around so much, and then it was just like once we saw them and with Amaya, it was like, okay, cool, we could do this now. So we in here, we're fixing her hair, putting the band on her head, pinning her curls up, and we are putting her dress on. And keep in mind, it's just at that time, it's just me and my niece. So we back there. Keep in mind the ribbon for the back part of the dress, it was really, really, really long. So, we trying to get these through these little holes. I had to take some pins and pin it through the pin it on the ribbon so we can just make it go through. So, we going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it ain't like, oh, a boop, boop, boop. No. This is something that you gotta really take your time and do, and you gotta make sure that you're doing it right so everything can be placed correctly. So like putting her dress on, we making sure her boobs is, she's comfortable in her dress. This boy's mom is blowing my phone up, keep texting, oh, is she ready yet? Is she ready yet? I didn't even get a chance to respond because I'm literally sitting here looking at my phone. My eyes are big as fuck. I'm overly stimulated, and my niece looking like, bitch. I was like, y'all, she making me real mad, y'all. Cause she keep trying to press the issue. She like, oh yeah, cause my people are getting restless, all that stuff, cause they got places to be. I don't give a fuck where the fuck they gotta be. The place they should be is right there where they should have been at the whole time. Cause whatever else thing would they have to go do? It's a send off. If you invited people, they should have cleared their schedule because they're gonna be at this. But anyway, so I think she had called me and was like, or ex, I don't know. Somehow, some way, her son ended up coming out um long before mine did. Because we had to get her ready. We had to wait. I had to wait for my daughter. My daughter wasn't in my house getting dressed. My daughter wasn't here getting ready. My daughter had got her hair done that morning, running around, getting her stuff together. So all that fucking shit that lady was fucking doing pissed me off so bad. Okay, so we on our way down there, and keep in mind we are in a car. And when I mean down there in a car, where the send off was, is probably about a good 3-minute drive in a car. So the photographer, he's calling me. He's like, "Hey, Portia, where y'all at? Let me know when y'all pull up. So when y'all pull up, I could be right there. Pick it up. All right, bet." So like, all right, cool. So like we get right to where the send off was, and it's me, it's my niece, I think her dad, one of her cousins, um, her grandma, and the boy's mom. So we're standing there and like, we're trying to adjust her, making sure certain things look correctly or whatever the case may be. Here go his mom. Oh, are y'all ready? What song she coming out to? Is y'all ready yet? Do y'all know I damn near spazzed on her? Like, I gave her the look. I gave her the bitch, if you don't chill out, look, you about to get swatted. Cause at this point, y'all know I'm out of sight, out of mind with this shit. Cause it's so much going on that I'm ready to max out. And you're doing too much. So I'm gonna do enough. So when she got that energy from me, keep in mind I'm trying to remember like what song she said. So I tell her, I'm like, yeah, Business and Personal by Lotto. I don't know. But before that, hold up, I'm sorry. Before that, before we were coming out to the song, her grandmother drive a Tesla, so she's taking pictures in front of. Oh, can y'all might have to stop doing this because people got places to be. I don't give a fuck where your people got to be at. Yet again, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna find one to give because they're here, and if they don't like it, they can leave. Because my peoples, my family, and Amaya, family, her dad's side, they were great. Let me say this: the family, we were familying, okay? We were having a good time. People were powwowing, chit chatting, enjoying themselves. Nobody, nobody. When I mean nobody, none of my peoples called me to rush me. None of them. Amaya, five people, none of that. Cause they knew. You know what I'm saying? They knew that this was a moment. Niggas is waiting for Amaya. His mother did all that shit and it pissed me off so bad. Like, y'all, what really made me mad was the setting up part because you came late. The only thing she set up was some little funky food and then the food. This is a send off, not a baby shower. Do y'all know she made the baby shower meatballs? She made baby shower meatballs, y'all. I ain't asked all that. This was supposed to be send off food, fruit, chips, sandwich, and water. Y'all wasn't gonna be there that long to get a whole meal. So like, keep in mind as we were setting up, like she was like, "Yeah, so where the food coming?" I'm like, "Do you have like Lysol wipes to wipe off the bar area that was outside?" Because I wanted everybody to be outside. I did not want nobody inside of where the venue was. I didn't want nobody in there. I wanted everybody to be outside because for one, where we were, it was green. It was greenery. Her colors was silver and green. So like it's green. So why are we inside? So this is what I noticed. Now keep in mind, it's so much going on, but I'm only paying attention to like certain little small things. So like on the inside, it was some sandwiches in there. I think that's all I remember seeing is some sandwiches and seeing some pans. I go outside, I see some cookies, I see some chips, I see some waters. So I'm baffled because I'm like, his mom when she came, it was like all these pans. I'm like, what's in these pans? Now keep in mind, right? She went and bought these sandwiches from Costco. So a couple days before the send off, she's like, hey, these sandwiches, it's like $50. I'm like, oh. And then I'm looking at them and they like this big. Not like little small bite sandwiches. They like big sandwiches. So I'm like, I tell her, hey, don't get those. Go ahead and I got something better we could do. It's a thing called Hip Hop Chicken that's right across from where the venue is. You can go ahead, get some pans of chicken, bring them over there. We great. That's what I thought that we were like doing. This how irritated I was because keep in mind, this is someone who said on my phone, in my face, not in my phone, in my face, and through text, I'm not creative. This lady had me feeling like I was literally the help. Like I didn't get to participate in barely too much of anything at the send off. I was really angry about that part because I didn't get to take a lot of pictures with my daughter like I wanted to. Then um they were about to take pictures or something and like I was like, oh shit, the corsage. So I run up, I go get the corsage and I go get the thing. Y'all know his mother or dad, a parent was supposed to have been pinning it, helping him pin it. I'm in there, I'm doing it, pinning it. I'm like, is this pinning it? It's pictures. of me doing that, which I shouldn't have. But hey, I only got to take about 3 good pictures with my child. I didn't even get to take a picture with me, my daughter, and my son. Um, oh, the most embarrassing part about the send off to me was my son's father. Yes, y'all. I had invited my son's father to this send off because it's a family moment. You know what I'm saying? He been in my daughter's life. His parents have been in my daughter's life. I honestly wouldn't have felt right if these people wasn't a part of this moment um with me and with Amaya. And you know, I don't have no baby daddy drama between my baby fathers. I don't have no shit like that. Like these niggas can actually converse and get along. But the problem that I was having with my son's dad was he was pressing the issue to get a hug from me. This man chased me around this send off asking for a hug. Keep in mind, we are not together. We haven't been together, haven't been intimate in no type of way, shape, or form in years. I don't look at my son's father in that type of light at all whatsoever, and I never will. I left for a reason. But for him to do that, it was so embarrassing. It was embarrassing. He was drunk. And it wasn't even one of them type of like moments for him to be doing stuff like that. I was so fucking pissed off. Like it's funny because his best friend, Raven, she was there. I love Raven. That's my girl right there. Man, too funny because I'm a funny bitch. Or you keep hearing me saying this. So where the money at? You want a hug? Where the money at? Like the Grove sisters. Where the money at? I ain't got no money. I'm broke. Well, what the fuck are you talking to me for? I know you're broke. But what do you keep talking? Why do you keep and why do you keep doing that? I gotta hug you. I know you miss this, but why you gotta hug me? It's okay to miss it. But why you gotta why you gotta try to touch me? It's giving freaky frog. Yeah, and he has a whole nother baby mother. Let me say that, child. It was a lot going on that day. I was just like over it. Okay, so like he chasing me. You got people jumping in and out of pictures. No crowd control. The photographer did not have no control of the crowd. That's what I said. Like my nephew, I know how he would have been like, "Hey, you already took a picture. Get the fuck out. Next, next." You know what I'm saying? Um, what I didn't like about the pictures that got taken was he took a lot of pictures of that little boy. Sorry, I'm not gonna say the little boy. Her prom date. He took a lot of pictures of her prom date, and I was really pissed off about that. And I think his mother had their own photographer there too. And that was another that was another thing that like job pissed me off about that because me and this lady conversed about a photographer. My nephew was going to shoot the thing, about how it was going to be set up. It was a lot of stuff that me and her talked about, and then it gave she didn't like comply with none of that shit. In her mind, this was her son's prom send off. That's how she had it in her head. This is about him. So Sunday, and I waited till Sunday because Saturday I was so overwhelmed. I was tired. I cursed that lady out. Yes, I did. I sent her a nice voice memo and let her ass know about herself because I didn't have a good time. To be the other parent and you are doing this event for your child as well to not have a good time, how the fuck would you feel if you went out your way, spending money, running around, doing all this extra ass shit, and you didn't get to fucking enjoy it? How the fuck would you, like, seriously? And it wasn't just about her son. It was about her son and Amaya. And I appreciate her son because he was so sweet. He was so kind. They complimented each other very well. The colors was amazing. His jacket, suit, shoes. He looked fabulous, honey. They looked great. They looked amazing. But how his mother act and carry that fucking demeanor pissed me off so bad. And I made a promise. I said, baby, if I see you at the graduation, bitch, I'm gonna smack you. That's just that's just what I said. That's just what I said. That's how I felt. Cause this was a big moment and I did not enjoy it at all. Like, you know how mothers get to cry and all that stuff because they see their child doing. I didn't get I didn't shed a fucking tear, nothing. Everybody was like, well, that was like dry eyes. I'm irritated. Like I had to take 2 shots. That's how like overly stimulated I was. I had to take 2 shots to bring me down. I did not get to smoke. My cousins and them was like, girl, you was missing out on them sessions. I'm like, I know. I was too busy running around. I was doing so much. And then on top of it, like after the send off was over, I got my cousins, they was calling me like, girl, we had to check his his mom and their peoples and stuff like that. And then, I was hearing little stuff, and I'm just like, I definitely owe a smackdown. I definitely owe that motherfucking lady a motherfucking smackdown. Oh yeah, not her son. Just him. Just her. Just her. Just her. Just her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause I was pissed. Like I did not get to enjoy myself. I got a picture of me, my daughter, the dads, and my son. I got to see my son cry for his big sister. It was beautiful. That was a beautiful moment. But other than that, I honestly don't really remember too much of anything going on because I was just like I had to really put my brain like because it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. And then the end of the night came. Okay. And like what else? Oh, then the night came. So like they done took their pictures, all this, all that stuff. And then her dad pissed me off. Yeah, her dad pissed me off. So keep in mind, y'all, my daughter was supposed to go to prom in a Maybach. That's what he told her. That's what he said. Oh, you want to go in a Maybach? Anybody who know my daughter's father, that is Mr. Krabs in the flesh, baby. Mr. Line Cheapskate for real. Like real. So I done sent him pictures and stuff, links to these places to get this Maybach for a good price. We didn't get a Maybach. We did not have the Maybach. The Maybach wasn't there. The Maybach didn't exist. You know what we had? Uber black truck. Uber black truck. How cheap her father was. Cause he was arguing with me because he was like, yeah, I wanted to pay for the rest of her dress. No, I'm not doing that because who paying for this car? You already said you was paying for the car. So he go, yeah, I already put up $1,000 for the car. Well, okay, well, I got the dress and everything else. Whatever, fuck off. He got a Uber black truck. And them kids had to wait 45 minutes for their Uber to get to them. The Uber get there, and keep in mind their prom was at the harbor, the National Harbor. That is a 45-minute ride from over here in my side of town to over there. Keep in mind, they leaving late. Shit started late. I don't think they didn't leave till 9 o'clock. Keep in mind, 45-minute ride. And also they had to be inside the prom by 10 o'clock because they were gonna lock those doors on them people. Now keep in mind, when my nephew canceled on me, this dude kept saying, yeah, I can meet them at the Gaylord. I can meet them at the Gaylord. Y'all wanna know why he canceled? Because my big brother, vindictive self, being spiteful, evil, and nasty, he had my nephew go and do a photo shoot for one of his friends, which wasn't too far from my house, which it wasn't. Had him go do that. I had to go through hell and back with my camera, and then this was the weird part that my nephew did when he canceled on me. Right, that was Thursday. You know, Friday that man had the audacity, auntie. You mind if I pay you to use your camera? You want to pay me to use my camera for what? Oh, cause to go do the send off. It ain't gonna be far. I'm only around the corner. I could be right there. And anybody who know my nephew, that's exactly how the fuck he be talking. He be stutter Stanley. Now keep in mind, when I talked to my brother, I was like, damn, like, your son canceled on me at the last minute and I had money. Do y'all know I paid the other photographer $150 for pictures that I did not like? And let me tell y'all, I was so pissed off because, like I said, majority of them pictures was of the boy. And then most of them pictures were really, really dark. Like, y'all, We were outside and it was broad daylight outside. That shit should have not been that fucking dark. Like, it's pictures where my baby father looked black as hell. His father looked black as shit. You would have thought it was nighttime outside. It wasn't nighttime. Wasn't nighttime. Then it's funny because like the guy was trying to overcharge me. He wanted me to pay $175. I paid $150 because I wasn't about to pay no $175. 175 for you to just do this, and then you didn't even like record nothing of my. So what the fuck was 175 for? You didn't get to go to the gala and take no pictures. What was 175? 150. Yeah. And then I already had this gut feeling that he was going to try to pull a move like that. So a nigga had to do what they had to do. Yeah. Cause I ain't no fool. So that happened, and my nephew didn't even get to come down to Galo or go take no pictures or nothing. He come calling me at 10 o'clock. Yeah, she gone. Yeah, she gone. Yeah, nigga, she been gone. She gone into a prom. Oh, I was heading down there. You heading down there? We here. You ain't nowhere but in Trinidad. There ain't nothing but a 3-minute drive from where we were, literally. And my nephew didn't make it. My nephew did not come and support. He didn't come and do nothing. Guess what he called? Can you send me my number so I could call her and tell her congratulations? Yeah. But here's the kicker. Did all that right? Y'all, I got my camera back. Oh, me and him, we fought. Yeah, we fought about it. Had to get physical with him because I don't know what the fuck be wrong with my motherfucking nephew. But we fought. And then I get my camera and the memory card back. And y'all, them pictures that he took at that send-off were shitty. Yep, I went through every single motherfucking pictures. And I said, you telling me that my big brother being spiteful, evil, and vindictive and nasty set his son up for failure. So whoever them people was, they ain't even got no good pictures of their kids. And then they don't went out their way to book. Because this would matter if you're like, yeah, well, they booked me. Booked. Keyword, booked. Booked mean established. Booked mean you know what the fuck is going on. So why the fuck did you have to come get my camera to do your shit? But you was booked. But anyway, them pictures were trash. All of them. And I was like, I felt so bad. And I was like, look at these shitty ass pictures. He did all that. Like, y'all went through the motions and oceans for that. And when I say both my brothers was spiteful and vindictive and evil and nasty, and I really do mean that, because the next day I couldn't get my camera back. Why? Because my little brother decided book his nephew, because this is what they did. Book him. That motherfucker ain't even had no camera to use. He had to use my camera and took pictures of my little brother's friend's nephew send off. And didn't even come to his cousins. Then here go my little brother trying to fake ass argue with me about it. Yeah, you shouldn't have been. I could do whatever the fuck I want to. You should have never had him book your friend and he didn't have his equipment. If y'all are going to support, make sure that y'all are doing it in the proper way, because this is y'all putting somebody else on. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't dare set nobody up with that person if they ain't ready. Why would I do that? That's bad on my name. But that's what they did. They did. Yes, the both they. Yes. Boy, my memory card back with all the pictures. I went through all 678 pictures. Yes, the fuck I did. Yes, I did. And I haven't spoken to neither one of my two brothers or my nephew, because I don't have nothing to fucking say to them niggas. Because that vindictive, evil shit, that shit is something that stemmed from within. And I don't have to act like that towards them niggas. I really don't. Be vindictive and mean and malicious to you for what? What did you fucking do to me? So I just left that situation alone. But yeah, that's the send off. That's just what it was. Guess what? Graduation tomorrow. Yes, graduation is tomorrow. But I'm glad I got to tell y'all this story. It's been an hour. I gotta get up, try to post this on YouTube. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being patient with me and for listening to this. Like, share, comment, subscribe. The podcast will be coming back. I got a lot that I gotta talk about with y'all on that shit, y'all. But thank y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all again soon. And your girl is out.